was playing the very first Nintendo that came out. We was young as shit. So we were sitting on his lap taking turns playing that fucking game. We were sitting on a straw chair. I remember that chair. I will never forget that fucking straw chair. So it was Turn's turn to sit on his lap and play the game again. I pissed the bitch because I wanted to play the game again. Terrence got mad because he said, let your sister play one more time. Terrence got mad, stormed out the room, left me in the room with this nigga. Me, I'm still sitting on his lap. He was drinking a can of Miller's Light, Miller's beer. He sat the can down, took his 2 fingers and rubbed them on my shit and said, what'd you tell your mother if I did this? God, honest truth. From that day on, it went on. I jumped up off of your lap, ran the fuck out the room. I got out of there. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I got the fuck up out of there. My mother was frying fucking chicken in the kitchen. And it's funny because now I can talk about it without breaking down crying. And I'm glad I keep talking about it because it's making me better. It's making me stronger for real. Because at first I couldn't talk about it without breaking down. But that's how I started. That's how I got on live. Just watch her take up for a man that molested your sister. That shit hurted me. I'm like, this is the same man that molested me. You're my sister. And you're on here taking up for him. I don't give a fuck if you're a real father or not. He shouldn't have touched me, period. But that's how I came out with my story. Now, y'all ain't got to put no sad faces. Like I told y'all, that shit made me stronger. It made me who I am today, for real. I got trust issues, bad as shit. But it made me who I am today. I'm real protective over babies, like kids. Like my 11-year-old, I don't let them go stay the night at nobody's house. My 7-year-old granddaughter, they not staying the night at nobody's house. That shit did. It just made me like real protective. That's it. Yeah, but that's how I got on live, y'all. Now, what I didn't understand, and it still hurt me, even now it hurt. Like, why would you be so close or keep trying to be so close to a man that molested your sister? That's what I never really understood. And I think about it every day. They love you, Chyna. You're definitely strong. Yeah, I'm going to keep telling my story. Ain't nobody going to stop that. Nobody. Like I said, this shit continued. And once I got old enough, I got the fuck up out of there, period. Yeah, that's Chrisean father too. Remember when I first came out and told my story, Tesehki was like, she lying. And Chrisean was like, no, she not. Chrisean kept that shit 100. She kept that shit 100. But yeah, I'm going to keep telling my story. And hopefully I can help somebody else that went through what I went through. Yep. Don't let nobody watch your son. You smart, baby. I don't trust nobody. I'm trying to tell you. I'm going to keep on talking about it. Hey, Shay. Yeah, he should be. He really should be. Yeah, that's my testimony. No, the crazy part, he ain't touched them. He only molested me. Now, his father molested some of them. That's the crazy part. And y'all know where it started from? It started from the grandparents. That's where it started from. The father that molested me, his father and his mother, that's where it started from. His mother knew what her husband was doing to people, and she didn't give a fuck. She still stayed with the man. That's the one that just died not that long ago, and he was posting a picture all up on their pages and shit. And I'm like, how the fuck is y'all crying over this lady? And it's the same lady, and God made her suffer too, y'all. But this the same lady that knew her husband was molesting kids and didn't do a goddamn thing. Got y'all. He got his own daughter pregnant. She walked in front of a truck and killed herself. All that shit is in my book. All that shit in my book. Everything is in my book. Yep, period. And everybody, when I first came, I was like, I did need help to get my book published. And I had posted my Cash App, but people were still saying a little crazy shit. And I'm like, it looked like they would want the truth out there. Like, why don't nobody want the truth out there? But like I said, y'all, my book will be published before this year is over with. Mark my word. Now, when I first told my mother, I'm going to tell you how that happened. I ain't even told my mother directly because I was scared. When I first told my mother, the first person I told was my guidance counselor at school. I was in school, and my guidance counselor called me to the office, and she was like, Unique, you're not acting like yourself. What's going on? And I was always jolly, like lit. Like, I was always that energetic person. You feel me? Everybody loved me in school. So she took me to her office and she was like, "What's going on?" And I just broke down and started crying. And she was like, "You can talk to me. Whatever you say to me stays in this room." And I was like, "Are you sure?" She was like, "Yeah." So I told her what happened. And next thing I know, she said, "I'll be right back." She hugged me for a minute, and then she left out the room. She said she'd be back. She came back with the police, my mother. I was so mad. I said, "I thought you said you wasn't going to tell nobody." And then she was like, "By law, I had to." But yeah, so once they released me, they ended up releasing me to my mother. And once we got in the car, guess who was in the car? The child molester. This nigga in the driver's seat, I'm crushed. I ain't gonna lie, I was crushed. My mother, I sat behind my mother because I didn't want to sit behind him so this man could look at me through the mirror. No, nigga, I'm sitting behind my mother. I sat behind my mother. She turned around and gave me 2 black eyes. So no, my mother didn't believe me at first. But he admitted it. He admitted it when I got in my 30s. So, but my mother always apologized. Like, my mother, up to this day, she always be like, "Nika, I'm sorry, I ain't believe you." Like, she always apologized. And I love my mother. So, you helping a lot of broken souls. You have a big blessing coming. Watch. I pray. So, I love God. I love the Lord. I just want to help people that went through what I went through because I know that shit hard. Like, it's hard. Especially, like, when you ain't had nobody to talk to. Like, and then they want you to sweep it under the rug, so I'm holding this shit in. I'm not saying nothing because I don't want to get in trouble for saying something. I held that shit in for so long, that shit fucked me up. I think that's why I'm so glad I'm out with it now. Like, fuck that. A lot of people in Baltimore already knew my story because I've been told my story. But I just never came out on live and told my story. Like, niggas I ran with in the city, they knew my story because I told them. My bitches I was running with, they knew my story. Like, I used to always ask girls, I always took the younger females and I would cuff them like they was my kids. And I asked them, "Have you ever been molested? Anybody ever touched you?" Like, I used to be on a rampage about that shit. I did not play about that shit because of what I went through. Did you live with your mom in an apartment she had on Bueno? No, I didn't. Wow. God will take your pain and make your testimony every time. Won't he? Won't he do it? What's the name of your book? Keep us posted. The name of my book is The Black Sheep of 12. I was going to name it Don't Hold It In, Let It Out. But it's The Black Sheep of 12. I try to do Chrisean be mad that you be on live talking about blaming your family situation. No. Like I said, Chrisean was the one that came out when Tesehki tried to say I was lying on her daddy. Like, who the fuck will lie about some sick shit like that? But Chrisean, the one that came out, was like, she not lying. So no. I'm going to keep speaking my truth. Like, that's my story. That's how it first happened. It never changed. It is what it is. That's what happened. The truth don't change. So, I mean, yeah, generational curses are real. That's why I'm breaking this one. And ain't nobody gonna stop me. Nobody. Yes, it's still a black sheep of 12. Thank you. Oh yeah, I still hold a lot of pain. Like I told y'all, the shit that happened with my son, that shit kills me. Just thinking about that shit. But I know all of them was young, but they was old enough to know better. That's all I was saying. They was old enough to know better. So I'm breaking that curse. That shit dead. I just don't want that shit to happen to no more kids in my family. Like, that shit will fuck you up. And kids don't deserve that. Like, they kids. Like, I was a child. I couldn't protect myself, so. Yep. He probably did believe you. She just didn't want to say that she did because he would hit her, fight her. Facts. That's what, baby, you're a very smart natty girl. That's exactly what I believe. It went on from me being 7 going on 8, until I was like 14, 15. Last time he actually touched me was I was living on Gwen Falls Parkway. We was living at 3400 Gwen Falls Parkway in a big corner house, prettiest house on the block. That's why I be telling y'all, like, why do they keep saying we was homeless and we came from nothing? They lying. Like, stop lying and tell the truth. Thank you. Yeah, I forget my mother. That's my heart. It ain't too late for them to arrest him. I'm going to just say that. But that's why I was trying to get all the money together so I could take this lie detector test. It ain't too late. That's one thing about that shit. Maryland ain't no statute limitation on that shit. And yeah, I forgave my mother. I love the shit out of my mother. I don't play about my mother. And sometimes I be thinking like, Dad, is that why my mother be getting high? Like, she was getting high. Is that why she was getting high? Because all the hurt that she endured from him. Like, imagine the man that you're supposed to love beating you every day and then turn around and molest your child. Some people can't adapt as well as other people, and they turn to drugs. So I love my mother. I can't nobody ever take that from me, period. Molly, I wish I was too, baby. I was talking to him, and he wasn't the only ones that called, though. He was one of the ones that called and apologized. I know I'm not. You can text me, sweetie. Hit me on Messenger, send me your number, and I'll call you. Nicole. I know the guidance counselor did the right thing, but what the fuck, why would they allow you to be picked up? But right, yep. That's exactly how it happened, honest to God. I couldn't believe it either. They let me go with my mother. I'm like, man, I already knew it. Like, this shit is going to be crazy. And I got to still be in the house with this man. Like, all kinds of shit was going through my head. But I'm good. Black Sheep at 12 sound like it's going to be a good read. It is. Yes, he can be arrested now. I can't wait for my copy. It's coming. That's probably why Tifa is betraying Chrisean. Yeah, mama, do your thing, baby. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to. You're strong. Fuck yeah. That shit, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I got bad trust issues. Like, I don't trust nobody. Nobody. Like, I be having my guards up. Like I told y'all, I don't let my babies go nowhere. I'm protective of shit over Daddy, Man, and Lonnie. My oldest kids, I be really wanting them to be home with me for real. But they grown, they doing their own thing. And I asked them numerous times to come out here. And I'm done with that. But I be like still wanting to protect the ones that's even grown. But that shit fucked me up. But it made me who I am today. And I turned out pretty good, I think. Besides the shit I went through with yo. I was 5 years old when it happened to me. Hit my messenger. That's what I'm saying. That's why, y'all, I want to do this thing where it's go. If anybody know how you get on live and you only have certain people on your lives, can you please DM me and let me know how do I do that? Because that's what I want to do. I want to help people that went through what I went through. And people that haven't talked about their story yet, I want to, yeah. No, I ain't see that new post on Whack 100. What it say? Yes, it is true. She definitely did. Ain't nobody lying about no sick shit like that. That's why when people be like, what the fuck? I don't care. I'm not worrying about what the internet's saying because I know who my sister is. Like, the internet gonna say what they want to say. The internet badmouthed me when I told my story. Like, the internet gonna say what they want to say. I love the Lord too much to worry about some damn shit on the internet. Thank you. Yeah, I was the black sheep. That's the crazy. I'm the oldest and the black sheep. And the crazy part, my father was a real ass nigga, y'all. I wish my father was still living. My mother was in love with my father. Like, yeah. And he ended up getting locked up and going to prison. So that's why her and my father wasn't together. Yeah, it was after the molestation.